Have you ever met someone who seemed perfectly pleasant, smiling, friendly, and agreeable, yet your gut twisted in subtle discomfort whenever you were around them? It's not what they said or did that bothered you, but something you couldn't pinpoint. You dismissed that instinct, rationalizing you were just being overly cautious or paranoid. But your intuition was right. Carl Jung warned that the most dangerous psychological threat isn't something obvious or openly aggressive. It's hidden in the unconscious aspects people refuse to acknowledge about themselves. Here's the unsettling truth you must confront. The greatest danger in your relationships isn't in what others openly show you. It's hidden deep within what they deny or repress. When someone cannot face their own darkness, their mind automatically projects it onto you, making you carry qualities or intentions you've never truly had. Have you ever been unfairly accused, misunderstood, or blamed for something inexplicable? That's the shadow projection Jung described, a silent psychological mechanism more destructive than any visible hostility. Now ask yourself directly, could the discomfort you feel in certain interactions actually come from sensing these hidden, unacknowledged parts of the other person? Is it possible your unease isn't irrational, but rather a vital warning from your subconscious? Jung put it plainly. What you resist not only persists, but grows in size and controls you without your awareness. This means the negativity someone suppresses within themselves doesn't disappear. It grows stronger, silently shaping their perceptions and interactions. And that person, without realizing it, might be making you the unwilling target of their internal conflicts. Recognizing this hidden psychological danger isn't optional, it's essential. In the next few moments, I'll show you exactly how to identify this subtle yet profound signal Jung discovered. Are you ready to clearly see what your intuition has been trying to tell you all along? One of the most dangerous psychological dynamics, according to Carl Jung, isn't visible hostility. It's a hidden mechanism known as shadow projection. People unconsciously project what they reject about themselves onto you, making you carry their hidden darkness. This invisible phenomenon silently shapes your interactions and relationships, creating tension and confusion, often without you even realizing it. Imagine Anna, who constantly felt unfairly judged by her friend Lisa. Each time Anna shared an accomplishment or even a simple opinion, Lisa responded with subtle criticism. Initially, Anna blamed herself, believing something must genuinely be wrong with her. But one day, in a sudden moment of clarity, Anna realized something profound. Lisa's criticisms were not actually about Anna, but reflections of Lisa's own insecurities and fears. Lisa had unconsciously projected her hidden doubts onto Anna, transforming Anna into a mirror of her own shadow. Have you ever experienced being accused of intentions or qualities you've never possessed? Has someone ever assigned their own hidden traits onto you without your awareness? This psychological dynamic is like someone handing you a mirror that only reflects their darkest fears and imperfections back onto you. You become the carrier of their unresolved internal conflicts, and they remain unaware of the role they've forced upon you. Ask yourself honestly, could some of the accusations and misunderstandings you faced have been projections rather than truths about you? Equally subtle yet profoundly dangerous is psychic inflation, the hidden peril of absolute certainty in one's own morality or spiritual superiority. Think about leaders who appear perfectly confident, whose unwavering belief in their correctness makes them irresistibly magnetic. Yet beneath the surface lies rigidity and imbalance. Such absolute certainty is deceptively attractive, yet dangerously misleading, because it blinds both the person holding it and those around them to the complexities and ambiguities inherent in life. Imagine climbing a mountain, utterly convinced you're invincible, blind to the peril that awaits any misstep. Psychic inflation operates the same way. instilling dangerous confidence that can lead to devastating consequences. Have you ever noticed how absolute certainty, especially when masked as moral righteousness or spiritual enlightenment, can quickly become destructive? Have you witnessed how someone's total confidence can make them oblivious to their own blind spots? This kind of psychological danger extends further into what Jung described as archetypal possession. When someone fully identifies with a specific archetype, such as the savior, hero, or perpetual victim, they begin to lose touch with reality, merging completely with the role they've unconsciously adopted. Imagine a mentor, initially insightful and supportive, who gradually believes they alone hold all answers, slowly drifting away from genuine human connection and empathy. Could the traits you admire or fear most strongly in someone actually be signs of archetypal energies controlling them unconsciously? Have you ever observed someone become so deeply identified with a particular role or archetype that their genuine self disappears? They stop being a whole person, turning into a fragmented expression of a larger collective pattern. Reflect on this carefully. Could this phenomenon, subtle yet powerful, be at play in some of your relationships or even within yourself? Another profound yet hidden danger Jung uncovered is the compulsion to repeat, an unconscious drive to recreate painful experiences until a person becomes aware of their internal patterns. Consider James, who repeatedly found himself in relationships that ended in betrayal and emotional pain. Each time, James questioned why history repeated itself. Unaware, he subconsciously chose similar partners who echoed unresolved traumas from his past. It's like being trapped inside an invisible maze, where every new path seems promising, but ultimately leads back to the same painful point. Have you recognized a recurring situation in your life? Something you feel helplessly stuck within, yet don't understand why it keeps repeating? Finally, there's the profound danger hidden behind the perfect mask we wear, Jung's concept of the persona. When people fully identify with their social persona, their authentic selves gradually fade away, creating deep internal emptiness. Think of that colleague who appears flawless, always polished, always calm, always perfect. Yet beneath the immaculate surface lies something unsettling, a subtle emptiness, visible only through brief moments in their eyes or voice. Imagine a beautifully decorated home that impresses everyone who sees it. Yet, when you step inside, it's entirely empty. Have you ever felt trapped behind the mask you wear daily, fearing that removing it would expose emptiness rather than authenticity? Reflect deeply on these questions. Have you unknowingly become the projection screen for someone else's hidden fears? Do you see someone in your life dangerously inflated by absolute certainty? Are you witnessing someone losing their true self to an archetypal role? Are you stuck in a cycle repeating old pains without realizing why? Or perhaps you've become the prisoner of your own persona, presenting perfection externally but experiencing emptiness within? Acknowledging these hidden psychological dynamics isn't comfortable, yet it is profoundly liberating. Recognizing and understanding these unconscious forces gives you clarity, freedom, and ultimately power over your own psychological well-being. The first step toward deep healing is always awareness. Are you willing to look clearly at these hidden dangers in your life, freeing yourself from their unconscious control? The real danger you've overlooked isn't hidden in someone else's shadows. It resides in the shadows you've refused to acknowledge within yourself. For too long, you've projected your inner fears and insecurities outward, convinced that the problem lies elsewhere. You've blamed circumstances, people, bad luck, everything but the unconscious fears lurking beneath your carefully controlled surface. But here's the uncomfortable truth. What you refuse to face inside will always find a way to reveal itself outside. Your body never lies. Have you ever noticed how stress manifests physically when you're hiding from a difficult truth? The sudden headaches, persistent tension in your chest, unexplained exhaustion, these aren't random symptoms. They're your body's honest way of saying, Stop ignoring what's really happening inside. Your mind might cleverly rationalize and deny your deeper fears, but your body knows better. Your body speaks clearly, powerfully, refusing to be silenced. Pause for a moment and ask yourself this directly. Are there tensions or anxieties you've consistently blamed on external factors, never realizing they're reflections of internal truths you're avoiding? Have you noticed patterns repeating in your life, no matter how hard you try to change external circumstances? Could these repetitions simply be mirrors of unresolved issues within your personal unconscious, desperately demanding your attention? Carl Jung described the personal unconscious as the hidden repository of everything we've suppressed, rejected, or ignored within ourselves. Deep fears, uncomfortable truths, painful memories. Your desperate need to control your environment, people around you, outcomes of situations, is not simply ambition or strength. It's a clear sign of deep-seated fears lodged in your unconscious mind. You believe that by controlling everything externally, you can avoid confronting the chaos and insecurity within. But control never brings true peace. It merely masks anxiety, pushing your fears deeper into the shadows, allowing them to silently dictate your life from within. Think carefully. Have your attempts at control ever truly given you lasting peace? Or have they only deepened your internal exhaustion, tightening the invisible chains of anxiety and fear around you? Consider your interactions carefully. Have you ever accused others of qualities or intentions that, upon honest reflection, actually belong more to you than to them? Have you found yourself suspicious, defensive, or reactive towards someone who, in hindsight, didn't truly provoke such responses? What if these reactions were clear reflections of unresolved shadows within your personal unconscious? Facing this insight isn't easy. It takes courage to acknowledge that the darkness you've seen in others could be your own, projected outward. But awareness is the first step toward genuine healing and transformation. Until you make your unconscious fears conscious, they'll continue to shape your reality, influencing every relationship and decision without your awareness. Imagine for a moment the freedom and peace that might emerge if you finally faced your deepest fears, honestly, without judgment or denial. Instead of seeing threats around every corner, you'd start recognizing opportunities for deeper understanding, empathy, and growth. Instead of reacting defensively or anxiously toward others, you'd engage authentically, knowing your feelings reflect internal truths rather than external threats. The real question now isn't whether other people are dangerous, but whether you're ready to face your own inner shadows, to acknowledge that what you've projected onto others originates within yourself. Are you prepared to stop blaming circumstances, stop blaming others, and look honestly into the mirror of your soul? Reflect deeply. What are the fears you've been running from your entire life? What anxieties and insecurities have you buried beneath the layers of denial and distraction? When was the last time you genuinely paused and asked yourself what truly motivates your behavior, decisions, and reactions? Because the truth remains, until you clearly face and integrate these hidden parts of yourself, your shadows will keep appearing, projected onto every relationship and situation you encounter. Your body will continue signaling discomfort through symptoms, tension, and stress, begging you to pay attention, urging you to stop ignoring what's buried within. Take a moment right now to truly feel your body. Listen carefully to what it's been trying to tell you. The anxiety in your chest, the tension in your shoulders, the restless sleep. All these physical signals have purpose. They're urging you to look inward, to stop running from yourself. The journey toward real psychological freedom isn't found in escaping your shadows. It's in confronting and integrating them. Carl Jung called this the path toward individuation, the lifelong process of becoming whole by acknowledging, accepting, and integrating every hidden aspect of your psyche. So ask yourself one final, honest question. Are you finally ready to confront the shadows you've unknowingly projected onto others? Are you willing to embrace these hidden truths, transforming them into sources of strength, compassion, and genuine freedom? The choice is yours. Your shadows don't have to control you unconsciously anymore. By courageously facing them, you reclaim your inner peace and begin living authentically from within. When you finally gather the courage to confront the unconscious shadows within yourself, something profound happens. Not just in your mind, but deep within your soul. You release the heavy weight of internal pressure you've carried silently for years. This is the precise moment when your true liberation begins. Facing your hidden fears is not simply about overcoming challenges. It's about rewriting your entire story. Imagine your life as a book you've been writing unconsciously, chapter by chapter, dictated by fear, anxiety, and hidden insecurities. When you finally acknowledge and face these shadows, you take control of your narrative for the very first time, crafting a new chapter of genuine freedom and inner peace. Ask yourself honestly right now, what unconscious fear or hidden expectation has quietly been controlling your life without your consent? Is it the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, or perhaps the invisible pressure of constantly needing to meet someone else's expectations? Whatever it is, it's time to identify it clearly, confront it courageously, and consciously let it go. Are you ready to finally admit this truth to yourself? Always remember this. The journey of confronting your deepest shadows is never easy, but you never need to walk this path alone. Everyone carries their own hidden fears, their own secret pressures, and their own buried expectations. You're not isolated in this struggle. There's profound strength in recognizing you're part of a shared human experience, united by common challenges and the universal desire for freedom and peace. Right now, I'd like to invite you to take a powerful step forward in your own journey. In the comments below, share openly and honestly one fear, one expectation, or one hidden pressure you're deciding to let go of starting today. Your honest sharing isn't just about your personal liberation. It's a generous act that could become the very inspiration someone else desperately needs. Your courage in voicing your truth can encourage others to face their own hidden shadows, initiating a chain reaction of healing and transformation. If you found this message meaningful, if it resonated deeply with you, and you want to continue exploring the profound depths of psychology and self-discovery, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. This simple action isn't merely about supporting content. It's a personal commitment to your ongoing journey toward greater self-awareness, inner peace, and true psychological freedom. Together, we'll continue exploring insights, wisdom, and practical strategies that lead us step by step toward deeper understanding and lasting change. Before we conclude, let this final thought sink in deeply. The most powerful transformations in your life always begin with small, courageous decisions. Choosing today to let go of something you've unconsciously held onto, a fear, expectation, or internal pressure, is perhaps the strongest and most empowering choice you can make. True growth and genuine freedom don't arise from monumental external events, but from these intimate, quiet moments when you decide that the weight you've carried for so long no longer serves you. What small, yet deeply meaningful decision will you make today to begin rewriting your story? The power to change is already within you. Right now, right here, all you have to do is claim it.